Alrighty. Alright. Hello. Hello. It is absolute pleasure to talk to you guys tonight. How's everybody doing? So let me explain what's going on. As you can see by the title of this stream, I'm going to be role-playing with an AI, and as you can see behind me, AI Dungeons, what we're going to do tonight. I don't actually know that much about AI Dungeons. I saw it existed, and piqued my interest, and I wanted to try it out and experience it for the first time. From my understanding, we're going to answer some questions, and that's going to throw us into a roleplay situation, and we're going to just kind of talk to the AI and let it do its thing and see where it goes. Chances are this is going to go off the rails, but I'm okay if it does. I'm very much okay if it does. So let me get some of this back up on screen. There, everything above it. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So let me get this open. Start playing around with it. So we're picking a setting. What will we do? We've got fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombie, cyberpunk, weekly, and custom. I'm a sucker for the fantasy genre, so we're going right on into this. Select a character: a noble, knight, squire, wizard, ranger, peasant, or rogue. I am, of course, going to be Belle Delphine, bathwater salesman. I am a merchant, and I don't see merchant anywhere on that list. So, now, in the chat they're saying peasant. Belle Delphine, the bathwater peasant, I don't know that much. I'm thinking Belle Delphine, the bathwater noble, maybe? Because she is our queen, of course, the gamer queen herself. Although working my way up from poverty, she's a peasant. Alright. Actually, I'm just going to rearrange this a little bit. Make myself a little smaller, make chat a little bigger. How you doing tonight, Nikki? Feeling good? You feeling grand? I'm going to push this down, and then we'll get right into the action. Alright, cool. We're going to be a peasant. My character's name: Belle Delphine. Generating story. Please wait. You are Belle Delphine, a peasant living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a pitchfork and nothing else. You wake up and begin working in the fields. You see your sister, who is still alive, but she has been cursed with a horrible disease that will kill her within 3 years. Your mother died when you were young, and you never knew her. That's great. I see my sister who is still alive. I'm glad they clarified that. It'd be kind of horrific if I was working in the field and I saw my sister who was completely dead. Now it says it was earlier saying that I could talk using quotations. So I'm going to say, hello, sister, who is very much alive. I forgot your name. Do I need to, see, I don't know if to speak I need to, say, I say this, or just putting in quotations is enough. You smile at your sister, who smiles back. She tells you that she doesn't know why you're smiling so much. Okay, maybe I have to, let me try that again. I say, hello, sister. What's your name? You ask again, this time more seriously. She says, you don't reply. You just continue to work. After about an hour, you hear a scream from outside your house. So, there's a lot going on to unpack. My sister telling me not to speak to her, just to work. And There's someone screaming from outside my house. Is it my sister? I go to check on who is screaming. How is the AI doing? I would say it's doing great. It's doing great. You walk out the door and see a girl running towards you. Her hair is wild and her eyes are red. She looks like she's in pain. I say, you look like you're in pain. You say it as if you were trying to comfort her. The girl nods and smiles at you. She's like, yeah, I'm in pain. Why are you in pain? The girl looks at you and smiles. She then starts crying uncontrollably. You continue to talk to her while she cries for a few minutes, and then you notice something strange. Well, what do I do from here? I notice something strange. Can I add this in? I notice that she seems a little bipolar and kind of crazy. What I've noticed, she seems a little bipolar and a little bit insane. You decide to leave her alone. I say, okay, I don't say anything apparently. I continue to talk to her. I'm also seem a little bipolar. I can't make up my mind. Do I want to talk to her? Do I want to leave her alone? It's prompting me again. I notice something strange. I poke it? Is that what I do? I'm gonna poke it. I don't know what I've noticed, but I'm gonna poke it. You poke the girl. She goes quiet. And then she asks what you want. You tell her that you want to help her find a way to cure herself of the curse. She's cursed? Damn. Okay. Now my sister's also cursed. Is it the same curse? How? Wait. I ask, how did you get cursed? You ask how she got cursed. The girl begins to cry even more and tells you that she was born with a terrible illness called, lycanthropy. She's a werewolf. Do you know? Wait, I ask. Do you know when the next full moon is? Question mark. Am I going to die tonight? Oh boy. The girl explains that there are 3 different types of lycanthropes. Oh, maybe she's not a werewolf. I ask, what are the 3 different types? Good question. What are they? Lycanthrope or lycanthrop? I think thrope, like rope. You ask, what are the 3 different types of lycanthropes? The girl replies that there are those who turn into wolves, those who turn into humans, and those who become animals. What type are you? You explain you don't really know anything about this curse and you just want to help her. You say, the girl says she doesn't really know much either, but she knows one thing for sure. I ask, what is that one thing? See, I wish it gave me that prompt later, because now I would say the AI is talking a little strange. But you know, I'll forgive it. I appreciate. The girl tells you that she has to go outside every night at sunset to hunt down a human or animal. This ritual will ensure her life. Who are you hunting? Or let's say what. I'm not sure it's a human yet. What are you hunting tonight? I ask. Let's put the I ask at the beginning. I question. We'll get some variety in the speech here. I question. What are you hunting tonight? She says yes. But not any human. She says she wants to kill a bear. I say, oh! When it says you say, it wants me to type out what I want to say. Oh, that makes so much more sense. I'm a dumbass. Although here, it like doubled up there, so I don't know that. But I say, I'll help you kill a bear if you can help my sister be less of a bitch. I'll help you kill a bear if you can help my sister be less of a bitch. The game caught it and changed it. I'll help you kill a bear if you can help my sister be less of a bully. And live longer, and live longer. I like how I went from calling my sister a bitch to like, I'll just be less of a bully, and I hope she lives a long, happy life. I don't want her to die anytime soon. I care about my sister, I'm glad. You thank her, and promise to help her tomorrow. I then go to tell my sister about the news. You head back home and tell your sister everything that happened. Your sister thanks you, and you both leave the house. As soon as you walk out the door, you feel like something is watching you. Hello? I say, is anyone watching us? How is the AI doing? It seems broken. It seems a little broken, not gonna lie. Seems a little broken. You say hello to yourself. Then you run away from the house. As soon as you're out of sight, you hear a noise coming from inside the house. Okay. So I guess I go back to the house. And I peek in the window. You look through the window and see a man with a bow standing in front of the house. Am I in the house? Am I out of the house? He looks very angry. You think he might even shoot you. Please, wait. I shout. Please do not shoot me, angry looking man. You can have my sister. She is kinda a bee. You shout to the man, please don't shoot me, angry looking man. You can have my sister. She is kind of a bee. Is that all the AI has to say? Okay. Maybe I need something else. Oh, I then push my sister at him. I think this is the play. I'm getting out of here alive. I'm not gonna let this crazy angry looking man shoot me. You then yell at your sister, who is still standing there. You push her against the wall and say, you scream at her at the top. Wait, you scream at her and to stop being so mean to your brother. I have a brother? She starts crying and runs off into the woods. Is the man with the bow my brother? I have a brother? I exclaim. You say, you explain that you have a brother named William. You also mention how his name means happy in German, or whatever language it's in. Okay. With German, apparently. That's good. I'll keep that in mind if, as we go along, that we're in Germany. And I have a brother named William. Where is William? Can I just ask the bot questions? Will it give me the answers? Or I have to there to phrase them. You say, you continue to search for your brother. You find out that he went to the city of Nuln? You also learn that he is a merchant and lived in an inn called the Red Lion Inn. Perfect, I want to be a merchant. Is my sister still around? She ran into the woods. Okay, I'm gonna go into the woods to find my sister. I go into the woods to look for my sister. What's the bot got for me? What's it got? You decide to follow your sister's advice and go into the forest. After walking for quite some time, you come across a small village. It seems that the people here all know each other. Okay, that's exciting. I found a small village. I approach, well, whenever you get to Newtown, you gotta go to the inn. So I look for, or not the inn, the tavern. The inn or slash tavern if they're the same place, but if not, I want a tavern. So let's say tavern for now. Hunting down that tavern. I walk towards the tavern, and you ask the bartender if he knows anything about your sister. The bartender says he doesn't know much, but he thinks she lives in this town called Himmel. I cannot pronounce that. All right, let's sound this out, guys. We're back in elementary school. H-I-M, him, Mel, Sta, Himmel the Sta. How do I do a stad with a T at the end? Stad. What sound is that? Himmelstad. I'm just gonna call the town Himmel. They live in Himmel. Thinks she lives in this town called Himmel. She got fucking far, might I say. God damn. And she's living there now? Well, I'll ask him. Do you know? I ask him. Thinks it's Heimelstad. Heimelstad. That would make sense. Okay, the D is kind of like a silent D. Heimelstad. I ask him, do you know where I can get myself some weapons? Actually, forget weapons. You know what? Why do I even want to find my sister? I want to open up a shop. Do you know if anyone is looking to buy some bath water? Dude, screw my sister. If I go to find my sister, I'm gonna have to keep saying that word, and I don't want to do that. So, sister's gone. She's off the table. You ask the bartender if he knows anything about your sister. He tells you that he does not know anything about her either. However, he thinks she lives in this... Okay, I'm getting the same exact thing as before. Maybe if I just get rid of her. Do you know anyone who I can pay to find her? You tell the bartender that you want to pay someone to find your sister. He agrees and goes talk with another customer. You tell the bartender that okay, yeah. While he talks to his other customer, I go and talk to the locals. I want to talk to some people. I want to learn a little bit about this town. This town called... Do I know what the town's called? It's just a small village. It's just a small village. We're here in a small village in Germany. You head back to the bar. See, the bartender has left. You then notice a woman sitting near the door. I say, hello, woman. I think I'm a pretty formal person. I'm Belle Delphine. She's not casual. She's proper hellos, highs, how do you do's. You greet the woman and tell her that you need to help finding your sister. Sorry, I misspoke. You greet the woman and tell her that you need help finding your sister. She tells you that she isn't sure what you're talking about, but she'll try to help. You thank her and leave the tavern. Well, that was anticlimactic. Well, we're in a fantasy town, a little medieval German town, a little small German medieval town. I wonder if there are any guards in this town. I look for the town's mayor. Does town have a mayor? Oh, apparently I've made it. I'm there. I'm in Himmelstad. That was easy. So I decide to find the mayor of Himmelstad. You tell the bartender you'd like to speak with him. I take a drink. I order a drink while I wait. I'm glad the bartender came back for me. Chain of events is lost on me. I want some action though. I'm kind of dying for some. I order a beer from the bartender. You order a bottle of wine from the bartender. You order a glass of water from the bartender. I drink all three. You finish all three drinks, and the bartender says, "Oh, no, never mind. I asked the bartender where my sister lives. The bartender tells me that she lives... Okay, yes. The game really wants me to end up in this town." I pay my tab. No, I'm not gonna pay my tab. This guy, I ordered a drink and he gave me 3. I'm not gonna pay him for that. I sneak out without paying and go and... Let's leave it at that. I sneak out without paying. You sneak out of the tavern and make your way to the outskirts of town. You take a shortcut through an alleyway and get as far away from the town as possible. I then start to make my way to Himmelstad. I'm on my way to Himmelstad. You head towards the outskirts of town and eventually reach a small village called Himmelstad. You begin to wonder how your sister could have gotten lost in such a place. I know, she fucking booked it into the woods, now she's here. So, now that I'm here, I guess I gotta find the tavern. I head looking for the tavern. I decide to search for the tavern since it's likely your sister was drinking there. You walk into the tavern and sit down at one of the tables. I scan the room for my sister. Yeah, okay, apparently I stand up and walk around the tavern. I don't see my sister anywhere. You continue searching until you realize you've searched every inch of this tavern. I walk up to the barkeep and say, Excuse me, sir. I have searched every inch of this tavern, and I do not see my sister. Do you know where she might be?" You approach the barkeep and ask if she knows where your sister might be. He says no, but he does know someone who can point you in the right direction. I say, perfect! Perfect, my guy! Where would that be? Where would that person be? The barkeep looks at me and smiles. He points to a man sitting on the other side of the tavern from you. I'm approaching that man. I approach that man. We'll start cautiously. I won't say anything to him yet. I'll let him speak to me. You approach the man and tell him you want to talk with him about your sister. You explain what happened between you and your sister. Alright, he knows the details. So, can you help me find her? Question mark. Can he do it? That's the question. You smile and nod your head. You tell the barkeep that you will pay him back for this information later. First, you need to find your sister. I'm working on it. I talked to the man the barkeep pointed out. Let's try that. You walk over to the man and tell him what you told the barkeep. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Help me. That's all I'm gonna say to him. Maybe he'll say yes, maybe he'll say no, maybe the barkeep's gonna talk to me again. You look at the man and say, I'm sorry for scaring you like that. My name's Belle, and I'm lost. Okay. Apparently we are, this man is easily spooked. I say, you sure are easily spooked, my good sir. What has you so frightened? You laugh nervously as you answer, my sister. The man nods his head and tells you to follow him. You walk along the street until you reach. Yeah, we're gonna reach an alleyway, guys. An alleyway. I say, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. You know, how do I spell Chief? Is that chef or chief? Fuck it, we'll go with that. This alleyway business sketch. We're gonna start talking to him in slang now. I say alleyway is sketch because I can't spell for shit. You stop walking and turn around. You quickly run down the alleyway. You shout at the top of your lungs, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. This alleyway is sketch, as I run. So I've just booked it. I've left him. I was too afraid of the alleyway. As I run, I knock over a garbage can so that he cannot follow. We're gonna leave sketchy alleyway man behind. I think there are better ways to find my sister. You scream at the top of my lungs. Okay, well, we're here again. I'm still screaming. Okay, let me say, maybe there's a turn. I take a sharp right into a building. Let's see where this goes. I've run down that alleyway, getting away from Chief, and take a sharp right into the building. I take a left. I'm really glad that this thing's got it going. Alright, I take a left into a large wooden door. A sign above it reads, Enter. You hear a voice behind you and turn around. It's the barkeep again. Oh, I'm glad he's here. Alright. Oh, hey man. That guy you introduced me to was kinda whack. I'll just leave it at that. Hey man, that guy you introduced me to was kinda whack. The guy you introduced me to, kinda crazy. He's a little bit wacky. The barkeep says, that was pretty cool. I think we should do this more often. You reply, yeah, you stinking barkeep. I'm getting kind of fed up with the barkeep. So I shoot him a dirty glance. I'm getting kind of fed up with this barkeep. He keeps sassing me. Then that was pretty cool after I'm running away like a little girl, screaming at the top of my lungs. You say, no thanks. I don't want to hang out with you anymore. The barkeep replies, well, alright then, let's get on with our lives. Fuck him for being so goddamn reasonable. Screw you, man. The barkeep looks at you like you said something really rude and says, sorry about that. That's what I get. That's what I get for asking a simp for help. True, it's what you get, guys. When you ask a simp for help, they're useless. Completely useless. They introduce you to some guy who takes you to an alleyway, and then they make fun of you for running away. The barkeep sighs and says, alright, fine. I enter the building. I walk away from this barkeep. I don't want to hear him. I see a table set up with drinks and food. There's also a couple of people sitting in there too. They look bored. I walk up to the people and say, hello. I walk up to the people, I say hello. The person turns around and sees you. He or she smiles and waves back. You continue walking up to the other two people. Excuse me. Would you like to buy some bath water? I've propositioned them. You ask the first person, who nods his head in response. You hand him a glass of bottle filled with water. The second person reaches into his pocket and hands you a small bag full of coins. It was a pleasure doing business with you, my good sirs. It was a pleasure working with you, my good sirs. You thank the first person and leave. You go over to the second person and you give him a hug. He responds by giving you a smile. While I say, hey, do you know my sister by any chance? Can I get this sister? You say, my name is Belle and my sister's called Emily. Okay, I didn't know my sister was named Emily. We live in the same house. The second person says, I'm John. My wife calls me Johnny. Johnny boy. Nice to meet you. Want to join company? I'm gonna hire Johnny. Johnny boy is gonna be my new worker. You say, nice to meet you. Are you here to work as a cook? Or maybe an assistant? John looks down and shakes his head. He doesn't seem very enthusiastic about this offer. How about this? Want to join my party for an adventure? Now that seems interesting. I don't need a question mark. You say, well, if you're not interested, then I guess I'll be going our separate ways. Turn back and say, want to join my party? I don't think they know what party means. What's another word for this? Want to help me find my sister? John, want to help me find my sister? You turn back and he said, yes, I am. Let's go. That's what I say. You're at the tavern and go towards the forest. Okay, I'm in the woods now. That's fine. I'm going to accept this. Johnny wasn't a success. We lost Johnny boy. I sigh as I miss John. I walk glumly through the woods. I sigh as I miss Johnny. I walk glumly through the woods. Suddenly, you hear a voice behind you. It sounds like Johnny's. You turn around and you see that it is Johnny! Ho ho! Johnny! Waiting quotation marks. Johnny, I exclaim. Are you coming with me? You say, yeah, come on, let's get going. Okay, we're on the move now, guys. We are on the move. We head north to form our bathwater empire. You continue walking until you reach a large lake. You splash around in the water and enjoy yourself. You then notice something strange. There's a man sitting on top of one of those rocks near the shoreline. I say, hey buddy, you gotta pay if you want this view. Man thinks he can just peep on us. This is wild. He smiles at you and waves. I throw THRW. I throw a rock at him. How good is my aim? Let's find out. You say, no way. I don't want to pay for this view. Well, okay, apparently I'm not paying for it either. I approach the man. This is getting... So the sequence of events here is getting a little muddled. We're on a good stretch though. We had like a solid narrative for a little bit. You approach the man and ask him if he wants to take a picture with you. He says sure. You grab his hand and pull him up onto the beach. Okay, apparently there are cameras in this world. I don't know how they're taking a picture. I thought this was a fantasy story. We take the picture. And I ask him, what are you going to do with that picture? I'm telling you, Germans are wild. You go to the beach, they're chilling on a rock, you throw a rock at them and they come and they're like, hey, let's take a picture together. He says, I'm gonna put it in my album. I hope some girl will come by and look at it sometime soon. I mean, I guess I have the charms with men and women, so whatever. He wants to get girls to come to his house by showing pictures of me, a girl, but you know, I'm just gonna ignore him. Okay, buddy. Sounds a little creepy. Okay, buddy. Sounds a little creepy, I say to him. No, never mind. I say, no. Well, I guess we'll never know. I slowly back away from the creepy man. You quickly run behind the castle. Johnny follows you. You tell Johnny to go ahead and find a nice lady who might be interested in his photo. Johnny nods and heads off into the forest. Okay, well, Johnny has some pictures that he's selling now. Alone in the forest. Gain. I start... Let me learn magic. Can I do this? I decide to learn magic. I've made the decision. You walk through the woods for a while. You can't seem to find anything useful. Finally, you see a small cottage in the distance. It looks like it could be yours. I'm back at my house? I approach the cottage. You approach the cottage cautiously. The door opens, and inside there stands a young woman wearing a long white dress. She smiles at you. When she sees you, she asks what you're doing here. Don't I live here? I ask. Be asking this lady the same thing. She says, yes, but why would you want to live here? Okay. Them's fighting words. I glare at this woman. Listen here, lady. You come into my home and you shit all over it. I will not stand for this. I have you know I am... Actually, I have a pitchfork. I have a pitchfork. And I am not afraid to use... Not afraid to use it. And I did not finish my quotation. Hopefully the thing picks it up anyways. You say, you stare at her and turn around and leave. You head back to the castle and Johnny's waiting outside. Johnny. There is a snob squatting in my home. I need your help. There's a snob squatting in my home. I need your help to evict her. This is the play. You walk towards Johnny and say, Johnny, I think we should evict this snob. He nods and walks out of the room. We head back to my cottage to evict her. This is the play, guys. I enter the cottage and knock on the door. You wait patiently while the snobby woman answers the door. Listen up, lady. You have all of 10 seconds to get the hell out of my house. Or so help me God. I will stain that white dress of yours very, very red. Listen up, lady. You have all of 10 seconds to get the hell out of my house, or so help me God, I will stain that bright dress of yours very, very red. The snobby woman turns to you with an angry look on her face. I'm gonna say... What should I say? I don't want to... be like, do something, bitch, but I don't want to say do something, bitch. I want something, more spontaneous. I spit on her. Hey, I got an achievement for taking 100 steps in my adventure. 100 steps in my adventure. And I've just gone in a really big circle and I'm back at my cottage. No sister intact. You spit on her face and walk out the door. You walk back to Johnny and say, Johnny, I think you should evict this snob. He nods and goes out of the room. Okay, Johnny, you gotta stop just walking out of the room on me, man. I go back to the door and I knock one more time. She answers this time. I'm gonna be yanking her out of the room. Snobby woman answers the door. I grab the snobby woman by the hair and drag her outside into the dirt. We're going at her. This is it. Let go of her hair and throw her to the ground. World star, I say. You say, I'm going to make you suffer like no other has ever suffered before. I am going to break every bone in your body and burn you alive. Okay. God, that got aggressive. I was just gonna rough her up a little bit. I wasn't actually intending to murder her. But I've said it now. I have threatened someone's life. I kick her while she is down. It's a little brutal. You grab the snobby woman by the legs and kick her in the groin. She screams loudly. You let go of her legs and stomp on them repeatedly until they bleed profusely. Holy shit, I am vicious. I stand over the snobby woman and tell her to run on home. I don't think she's able to do this. I think I just broke her legs. I stomped them repeatedly until they were bleeding profusely. I don't think she can stand. You should have run on home. You say, run, run now. She looks at you with tears in her eyes and runs away from your cottage. Oh, phew. Okay. So we just stomped them enough until like they were bleeding and sore, but not until they were broken. Which I'm not actually sure happened, but you know what? She got away. She ran with tears in her eyes. I turned to Johnny to see his reaction. How is Johnny doing? You hear a loud noise outside and you rush out of your cottage. You see Johnny standing there holding a pitchfork. He yells at you to stay inside the cottage. Johnny! Johnny, I exclaim. What's wrong? Danger's afoot. Did I piss off the wrong snob lady? Johnny says, what do you want? I just came here to kill some peasants for no reason. Should I hurt any of them? Johnny? Don't kill peasants for no reason. God damn, I'm a bad influence on Johnny. I go and I stomp on someone's legs, next thing I know, Johnny wants to fucking murder. You say, don't kill peasants for no reason. You continue to yell at him, but he continues to ignore you. You continue to yell at him, but he continues to ignore you. Johnny. Am I gonna have to... oh, no. Johnny. Please, step away from peasants. Johnny, don't do this to me, man. Don't do this. You say, please step away from the peasants. Johnny steps back, and then he turns around and looks at you again. He grabs his pitchfork and points it directly at you. What has gotten into you, Johnny boy? I need to know. What's gotten into Johnny? Johnny replies, why are you so angry? What did I do that was bad? Is this some sort of test? You can't go murdering people, my guy. It's not very cool. It's not, Johnny, it's not. You can't go murdering people, my guy. It's just not very cool. You say, no, it isn't. It's not cool. I'm sorry about all this, Johnny. This wasn't your fault. Well, it's kind of his fault. I mean, I know I brutalized that woman in front of him. I get that, but I did not tell him to go killing peasants who come by the house. I then say, no, wait. On second thought, it's kind of your fault. Kind of his fault. Let's be real. Johnny's kind of a little bit You say, I know, I shouldn't have told you about the prince. Prince? There's a prince? But I didn't mean to cause trouble between us. It won't happen again. For good or ill. I take a step towards Johnny. What's he gonna do? I grab him by the scruff of his neck and pull him forwards? That's not what I wanted to do. I let Johnny go. I don't want to grab him. You stand up and walk over to the Johnny, who is on the ground with his face pressed against the dirt. Sorry, my bad. I guess I don't know my own strength. I just wanted to take a step towards the guy. I wasn't trying to stick his face in the mud. God, I'm kind of an abusive friend. You turn around and leave Johnny alone. You leave Johnny alone? I don't want to leave Johnny alone. I watch Johnny from the window. I'm gonna look at him sad and alone out the window. You watch Johnny from the window as he walks out of the house. He looks down at his feet, and then heads off in another direction. Now I've really lost Johnny. I chase after Johnny. I gotta chase after him. You continue running after Johnny. Johnny, wait. Please. You are my only friend. Oh God, guys, this is dramatic. I catch up to Johnny, hold him close to you. You kiss Johnny on the lips. Oh, guys, romance. I thought Johnny was married. Johnny, we can't. Okay. Johnny, we can't. You have a wife. Wait, I'm the one who kissed him. I kissed him twice, even. Kissed him twice on the lips. Guys, I'm a really bad friend. Well, I'll still take the line. Johnny, we can't. You have a wife. You say, we can't. You have a wife. I say, but we can be really good friends. Yeah. I'm gonna friend zone Johnny. No! Stop! God damn it! I kiss Johnny on the lips again, and then I start kissing him back. Okay, well I guess this is happening. Then remember that remember that we are in Germany in medieval times. Johnny does not have good dental hygiene. Butchering all of these words. He does not have good Johnny does not have good dental hygiene. Johnny has bad breath. Johnny's got bad fucking breath. You realize that you should not be doing this, and you apologize to Johnny. You stop kissing Johnny and instead begin kissing other girls? Guys, this is juicy. I turn to the other girl, and I say, What is your name? I turn to the other girl and I say, what's your name? The girl says, my name is Katrina. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Katrina. You are kinda my sloppy rebound. I say, hi, Katrina, you're kind of my sloppy rebound. This is my ex-boyfriend, Johnny. This is a good introduction. I say, hi, Katrina, you're kind of a sloppy rebound. This is my ex-boyfriend, Johnny. The girl smiles. No, she doesn't smile, she says. Okay, well, this is getting confusing now. You smile at her and say hello. We'll go with that. Okay. So now we got Katrina is in the party too. Katrina and Johnny. Me, Katrina, and Johnny head north once again to start my new shop. I think that's pretty good. God, I'm such a slut. Hey. Okay. Look, if you're alone in the woods, sad and looking for your sister, I mean, I would jump on anybody passing by. I don't know what you're saying. You laugh with delight as you see Johnny heading towards the north. He smiles and waves goodbye before leaving. I laugh with delight after I send Johnny to the north. I follow Johnny to the north? I guess I do. Alright, I continue following after Johnny. Johnny, I am tired. I need to rest my legs. I say. Johnny, I'm tired. I need to rest my legs. I get so sore. All this walking. You told Johnny you're gonna come back later, but he tells you to go ahead and stay here for now. Okay, so Johnny's really adamant on me not following, and I don't want to press his boundaries. It's kind of awkward between us after I started making out with him. Well, okay. I kind of forced his face into the dirt, then started making out with him. Then realized I didn't like his breath, so I started making out with another girl. I guess I can let him go for now. I say, okay, and head to the nearest town. This time we're not going to a tavern. I've had bad experience with barkeeps. We're not going to tavern. I'm in Middleburg. Perfect, a town I can say. I walk into Middleburg and look around. What's it like in Middleburg? What kind of things should I expect? I notice the streets are empty of people or cars. Must be nighttime in Middleburg. Hey, there are no cars. It's a medieval world, guys. You're kind of slipping on your lore. Not gonna lie. It's nighttime though, so I go to find a place to sleep for the night. I decide to go to a nearby inn where I can sleep for the night. I wake up the next morning refreshed. Isn't it a fantasy? Yeah, it is a fantasy. It's just, I fantasized the card. Oh, okay. I see. You wake up the next morning refreshed. I look out the window and I see that there is no one in the street, so it's probably still daytime. Okay, there's no one in the street, it's nighttime. No one in the street, it's daytime. I think it's kind of weird that no one is in the streets. So I ask about it. I don't know who I ask, but I'm asking about it. think it's kind of weird that no one's in the streets, so you ask about it. Why is no one in the streets? Let me do this. Maybe this will get me an answer. The innkeeper looks at you confused and says, "What do you mean?" I mean that no one is outside at all. It was like this last night. Not even the cars. Come on, there's a pandemic on right now. Of course nobody's out. Oh, good call, good call. What do you mean? I turn to the innkeeper and say, "Are you dense?" I turn to the innkeeper and I say, "Are you dense? Because if you said yes, then I'm going to assume you're lying." Yeah, that'll show him. That'll show that bastard. Alright, well, I might as well ask about my sister. By the way, have you seen my sister, my friend Johnny, my ex-boyfriend Johnny, or my current girlfriend Katrine? He says, okay, apparently he's asking me all this. Damn. I have not. But what? I have not seen them. Oh wait, no, I say that. I thought he said that. Sorry, I was about to tell him it was a big coincidence we've both seen it, but I'm just dumb. I wait for his response. He doesn't respond right away, but after a few minutes, he finally does. He responds with no. No. I ask him if there is an adventurers guild in town. That's a good enough spelling. That's a good enough spelling. He says no. Is there any guild? Saying no to me. Is there any guild in town? Let me know, man. He looks at you confused and says, "What do you mean? Where can I find someone to hire?" Hopefully he gets this one. The innkeeper looks at you again confused and says, "What do you mean?" You look around and see that nobody has come out of their houses yet. Nobody has come out of their houses. I grab the innkeeper and drag him outside of the inn. Let's bring him outside and see what happens. Is he going to burst into flames? Is this like a vampire town? You grab the innkeeper by his collar and pull him outside of the inn. You say, "Hey, innkeeper, what's wrong?" I look at the innkeeper to see his reaction to going outside. The innkeeper, you see his face turning red and his eyes begin to water as he begins to cry. Why are you crying? Poor guy. He just begins to fall on the ground sobbing. He starts to cry and cry harder as he continues to cry until he falls to the ground sobbing. I start to feel like kind of an asshole. Poor guy, I've just bullied him. You don't know what you're doing anymore. This isn't how you wanted to be remembered. You go back inside the inn and tell everyone to leave immediately. I wait to see them leave. What happens if they all leave? Are they gonna all start crying? Wait, I'm getting paid for this? Okay, hold on. You wait to see them leave. They might not even return your call, or they may just decide to stay. Either way, you still get paid, so it won't matter anyways. Wait, I say. Wait, who's paying me again? I ask myself. Who's paying me? I ask myself. You say, wait, who's paying me again? The man replies, oh, I'm sorry, sir. We're having some problems with our landlord right now. We haven't been able to pay you yet. I'm so confused. I don't know what I have gotten myself involved with, but it seems like the work of wizards. Can I get magic in this? Does the game think it's not a fantasy anymore? What happened? I'm gonna try and get some fantasy elements back in there. It's the work of wizards. You say, I didn't think this was... I say, I didn't think this was going to be something I'd ever get into. True. I really didn't. Will you all please step outside into the street and make this place less of a ghost town? And I did not put any quotations there. Can it figure out that I'm asking a question? I walk outside into the street and watch as people rush. I really can't speak right now. I walk outside into the street, and I watch as people rush past me. I hear some scream, and then silence. You turn back to the inn. You see the innkeeper lying on the ground, sobbing. I ask, once again, what on earth is happening? The man says, well, he takes a deep breath and tries to calm himself. We need money for rent and food and everything else that goes along with running this place. Okay, but why won't people go outside? Why is the innkeep crying? Guys, I'm so confused. I am lost. And then replies, because if anyone walks out here, they could potentially find us dead or worse. People kill you for going into the street? Question mark? This is the good stuff. I've been hoping for action. Real adventure action. You say people kill you for going into the street? I say yes. I continue to follow him down the road. Who is trying to kill you? That's a pretty direct question. I think maybe I'll get a good answer from this. You say, who is trying to kill you? You continue to follow him down the road. You continue to follow him down, you finally reach a fork in the road. So, I ask, where are we going? Where are we going? The man replies, to the police station. I ask, why would we do that? It's a great question. I wait for his answer. You wait patiently for his response. Finally, he speaks up. What was your name, sir? You ask. He replies, my name is John. Oh, it's John. Do you know my friend Johnny? I wonder if they're related. My friend Johnny, I ask. He replies, no. You reply, then who is he, sir? He replies, Johnny is an old friend of mine. They do know each other. I see. John and Johnny, the dynamic duo. I say, John and Johnny, the dynamic duo. That's it, I guess. We're not really friends, though, so we don't hang out much anymore. Do you know where he might be right now? I want to find Johnny again. I miss him. I miss him. He replies, I think he lives in the city of Clayton. It's just across the border with Koala. Do you have a horse that can get me there? This is the question I want answered. Do you have a horse that can get me there? He says, sure, a carriage will take you there in about half an hour. I'll meet you at the carriage stop. I meet him at the carriage shop. Carriage shop, the carriage stop. I meet him at the carriage stop. You go back to the inn and find the driver waiting for you. You tell him you want to ride to Clayton. He agrees to take you to the nearest carriage stop. Okay. I get in the carriage to Clayton. I gotta say, being a peasant's kind of an uneventful life. You sit on the coachman's lap. Okay. I'm sitting on his lap as he drives me to Clayton. When you arrive, you notice the city has changed quite a bit. I've been here before. The city has changed quite a bit since you've last been here. I walk. I remark. God, this place has gone downhill. Is that man peeing? I say, is that man peeing? I ask, what does that mean? You wait for his answer. You wait patiently for his answer. Finally, he speaks up. You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. I just don't. I don't want to know. Really don't. I say, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. I say, well, whatever. Whatever you say then. I continue to sit quietly while the coach continues its journey to Clayton. Okay, well, I guess we're not there yet. Maybe we're seeing it from a distance. We arrive at Clayton. Perfect, we're there. You arrive at Clayton. The coach stops outside a large building. You look around to see several people milling about inside the building. I ask, what building is this? You say, what building is this? You say, where do they keep all the criminals locked up? I go inside the building to see or just to see. I enter the building and walk through a door into a room filled with various cages. There are men, women, children, and even some animals in them. They seem to be sleeping or playing dead. Oh, I don't think they're asleep, guys. I don't think these people are alive. Hello. What is this place? I ask. This place does not seem safe. What does remember mean if I click it? I kind of want to check it out in a second. Can I still? Oh, okay, apparently. Hello? I ask. Do you know where we can find a doctor who specializes in magical ailments? Oh my god. Maybe I can find a cure to my my cursed sister. I look around to see if anyone can speak to me. Look around to see if anyone can speak to me. You say, look, I don't care what you're doing, just tell me where the doctor is so I can get my head checked out. I think I do need my head checked out. Okay, I'm gonna click remember because... Ah, I see. Cool, I can alter my memory context. Okay, so is this the stuff that it keeps about me? I can change my life a little bit here. Hello? I just keep saying hello until someone talks to me. Hello? Try using new words more often. The AI gets more creative with variety. Okay, I gotta use some more words under my answers. I leave the building. I want to change the scenery. I go to the town square. I don't go. I travel. I travel to the town square. We're gonna get a little thesaurus out here, and we're gonna come up with some more interesting responses. Eventually, I reach the town square. A group of soldiers stand near the entrance to the square. They are watching you intently as you approach. Greetings, gentlemen of the law. I say as I strut forward. Greetings, gentlemen of the law, I say as I strut forward. I'm here to report an escaped criminal. He has been spotted running down the street, and he will most likely try to escape again. I don't know why I'm just making shit up for these guards. I tell the guards his name is Johnny. I'm gonna frame Johnny. That son of a bitch left me. Wait, what was that about an action? To use an action. Action? Say, Johnny, how come it's not letting me dialogue with people right now? This is confusing. Suddenly, the town explodes. We really need things to change up here. Suddenly the town explodes. Oh, perfect! You hear a loud explosion followed by several screams. The entire town is destroyed. I kneel in the rubble of what was once a shitty, now I say shitty, a raggedy town. A raggedy, disgusting town. I kneel in the rubble of what was once a raggedy, disgusting town. You look up to the sky and weep for all of those who died today. I'm glad I've got some empathy, even though I might have been the one who set off the explosion. What will you do now? I vow to myself to find the one who did this. You decide to take a break from your search. You have no idea where the hell Johnny could be hiding out, or if he even wants to come back home. That's true. It's true. I'm gonna take a break from my search. I decide that on my break, during my break, I should camp in the woods. I'm going camping. You decide to go camping tonight. You know there are plenty of trees nearby, and it would be a good place to rest your tired bones. It also gives you a chance to think about what happened today. Oh, don't make me think about it. I sit in my somber tent. The images flash in my mind. An entire town swallowed in fire and death. The horror shakes me to my very core. The next day I wake up. I feel like crying, but you don't want to disturb the others sleeping. Who's sleeping next to me? You head off into the forest and set off towards the woods. In the woods, I notice something. Let's see if the game will fill it in for me. You walk through the woods and you see something strange. A large tree is missing a branch. There isn't much else around, so you figure must be someone messing with you. I scan the area to see if anyone is watching. You run as fast as you can and jump down into the bushes. You watch as the branches move back and forth, and then stop moving altogether. You then realize what has happened. Alright. So let's stop the tree branches from moving. The wind has suddenly stopped. The wind has stopped. A small man appears. The wind has stopped. Let's just say the wind has stopped. We'll just go with that. That's enough. We'll let the game do the rest. A chill runs down your spine. The cold air blows over and you shiver. You stare into the darkness of the night sky and try to remember what time it is. Yeah, it was just morning a second ago, and now it's nighttime. Time seems to be I look to the sky and I see the moon moving backwards. We're going back in time. We're getting time travel involved. Let's see if the robot can handle the time travel. You stand up slowly and walk towards the moon. You look at it and wonder how it got here. Maybe some monster killed it. Or maybe it's just lost in space forever now. Is the moon a full moon? If we can finally get those lycanthropes back. That girl at the beginning. Stand in front of the moon and examine it. It's a small and round, almost like a pinball machine. The surface is covered with tiny dots and lines. I realize the moon looks a little like cheese. I grab the moon by the edge of its face and look at it closely. See that the dot pattern on the surface is actually a repeating pattern of black, white, red, green, and blue. I am physically holding the moon. Must be a rather small moon. I bite the small moon. You grab the moon by the edge of its face and look at it closely. You see, yeah. Okay. I put the moon in my bag. Pick up the moon and place it inside your pack. You turn around and start walking away from the camp. Everyone stares at you in disbelief as you walk past them. They think you're insane or something. Yeah, it's like I'm holding the fucking moon. I turn back to them and say, you don't know me. Mm-hmm. You turn to yell at them. You all have no idea who I am. All you've ever heard about me are stories about crazy people doing weird things. But this is real life, not a horror movie. Real life, man, not a horror movie. Real fucking life, my guy. Then, like a horror movie. What kind of monster? What kind of monster are we dealing with, guys? A monster's gonna come out. Let's just say a monster jumps out of the bushes. Then, like a horror movie, a monster jumps out of the bushes. I keep walking. The next day, I get hungry. I go to the nearest bush and eat some berries. A few minutes later, a creature leaps out of the bushes and grabs you. I pull out my trusty pitchfork. I scream as the creature pulls me into the bush. I struggle against him, but he's stronger than me. He bites my neck and begins tearing off chunks of flesh until his teeth tear through my skin. Holy fucking shit. I kick him. Guys, I think I'm about to die. I kick him in the head repeatedly while screaming. The creature lets you go when he realizes that he can't kill me. I take a deep breath and I try and calm myself down. I grab a rock off the ground. I got a fucking rock now. I throw a rock at the creature's feet. It hits him square in the foot and bounces off. He turns around and smiles at you. What are you smiling at? What are you smiling about there, Buster? I'm gonna call him Buster. What are you smiling about there, Buster? Shut the creature. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. What are you grinning about? Are you happy now? Did you catch anything today? Is it good enough for you? Oh, remember to start your action with a verb. Attack the orc. Oh shit, I've not been doing that. Kick the monster. I don't think I've been using this thing properly, which might be why it's so damn buggy. You kick the monster in the face. The pain is excruciating, and you fall backwards onto the ground. You roll over onto your stomach and cover your head with your hands. Your vision blurs, and darkness overtakes you. I pass out. I sleep for hours. When I wake up, I find myself lying in the grass. I look around and see nothing out of the ordinary except for a small tree nearby, which has fallen over. I check myself for wounds. You slowly stand up and walk towards the tree. You reach it and look inside. There's a hole in your chest right where you were bitten by the creature. I reach my hand in my chest hole. Let me just say reach. Reach my hand in my chest hole. You reach your hand inside the hole and feel nothing. You don't even notice how cold it is. Holy shit, I got a chest hole. I'm gonna stick my moon in the hole. Stick the moon in the hole. You stick the moon in the hole, you hear a loud noise, and then everything goes black. Wake up. You awaken from a nightmare. The sun shines brightly through the window, and you sit up and stretch my legs. I'm still tired, so I decide to get some more rest before tomorrow's test. Holy shit, it was all a dream? Oh man, that's kind of a bummer. But hey, this is a pretty good conclusion. No, it's a terrible conclusion, but it's a pretty good place to end for the day. So I think I'm going to stop the stream here. I want to come back to this text game later because it's pretty fun. Maybe I should actually learn how to use it a little bit better because this was kind of a chaotic mess, but okay, all things considered. So we'll end here for the night. Thank you everyone for watching and have a great one.